Welcome back to the Crypto Market Updates channel. Welcome back to the new year 2024. Today is the 1st of January here where I am. I hope everybody else has had the time to readjust. It's been 10 and a half hours, so I believe everybody else has had the chance to slip into the brand new year. So I figured I'm going to make a update video on what has been going on for the past 12 and a half hours, because things in crypto take shape and form very fast, very quickly. Things are changing on a regular. So let's have a look at what is happening. And I think I'm going to make this video relatively short, or as short as possible. I thought could maybe make a longer one, but I know that most people don't really have the attention span to go beyond a 15-minute video, and especially if it's not pertaining to things that they're interested in, anything else other than crypto, actually crypto related, then they will tune off. So for you guys who are able to stick around till the very end of this video, I'll make it about a 15, maybe 20-minute video at most. Make sure to smash out the like, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into what's happening and the things that you have to look forward to, or you can look forward to in the crypto market space. What's going to happen? What are some good things? Essentially, there are two really good things, and then the rest is going to be news. Let's go. So first things first, let's look at CoinGecko. Market cap at 1.7 trillion, 60 billion trading volume, which is not a lot. That dropped a lot. I think we've seen 80, somewhere in the vicinity of 80 billion trading volume over the past, I don't know, few weeks. Bitcoin teetering around 42,000. It's not looking too bad. Ethereum is green. BNB has been pumping. That's also green. I guess the new CEO taking over and CZ stepping down, maybe that's a good thing for Binance. Solana red. Very disappointing. XRP 60. Have you seen the most recent tweet from Bitcoin Ben? That guy is hilarious. He is predicting, and it's like you have to take his word for it, man. It's almost like he makes it look like his word is the Bible. He thinks himself as the messiah of crypto. And he predicts XRP to be hitting $1 sometime by Valentine's Day. So there are two predictions that Ben is betting on. First one I bookmarked on Twitter. I'm gonna hold him to it. He said that he would close off all of his accounts if something happens. I don't remember what it is, but it was pretty iffy. And then this one here, XRP to $1 by Valentine's Day, which is February 14th. We're gonna see how that goes for him. Lido staked ETH is green. Cardano is green, despite the fact that it dipped from 66 cents to 60 right now. Avalanche red. Polkadot is in red, very sadly. Tron is in green. Polygon Matic has been doing pretty good. It was above $1 just yesterday, and it dunked back down now. And everything else is, you know, as it should be. Shiba Inu. My wife's been talking about Shiba Inu and telling me how people have made billions. I'm like, that was last bull run. What the heck is up with this bull run? This bull run, it's Meowcoin, obviously. 600,000 market cap. Look at Shiba Inu. $6 billion market cap. For what? Let's not. Don't even get me started on BONK. My lord. Okay. So what are the things that you've got to look forward to in the upcoming new year? Well, the first thing is, here's why the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs could be a sell the news event. Crypto Quant. This is from Crypto Potato. So if you don't know, the spot Bitcoin spot ETF is coming up. The blue line right here is when it's supposed to come. That's January 10th. So we are right here, right now. New Year just passed. What are we on? 4 hours. Okay, let's go on a daily here. This is our first candle on the daily after the New Year's. Tickety tick. We're in the green, which is fantastic. And 10 days later, we'll be hitting January 10th. That's the ETF approval, hopeful approval. So we don't know what's happening with the ETF. Some people are saying it's going to be good. Some people are saying the news is already spread, it's sold, and now it's just not going to pump anymore because, you know, it's calculated into the profit. So they're saying that the news of the ETF has already come and it's been added to. That's why Bitcoin is at $42,000, which means that there will not be another pump based on the approval, which is bogus. Okay, anytime there is some kind of little news that comes out in regards to anything, you see Bitcoin dump or pump, and these are things that I never hear about these things. I usually read about them after the fact. So there are very few news pieces that are so visible, that come out so early ahead of time that we can see them prior to the pump. This is one of those things, and this will lead Bitcoin to pump, because as much as it will lead Bitcoin to dump, if the ETF is not approved, once again, we would see Bitcoin dump massively. So keep your finger on the trigger. If it's passed, lift off. How far, how much? Not sure, but it'll certainly move up. It will not blasely kind of move along the line. That's my prediction. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm not closing my accounts if my predictions don't come true. Nope. Anyway, so let's see what this article has to say. The widely anticipated approval of over a dozen spot Bitcoin exchanges traded funds ETFs in the United States could be a sell the news event that would cause the price of Bitcoin to move in the opposite direction. So there is over a dozen of these things. If over a dozen of these Bitcoin spot ETFs get approved, that means that these companies will begin to issue ETFs on exchanges so that people can invest into them, or however, that works. But money will be flowing into these financial instruments. And so expect Bitcoin price to move upwards. According to the latest weekly report from market analyst platform CryptoQuant, the prediction is substantiated by market participants sitting on high unrealized profits from Bitcoin recent ascent. So they're saying that some people will be beginning to sell off, and depending on how big the sell pressure is, people like Sailor and all the other dudes that were pumping their money into Bitcoin are looking at 100,000 Bitcoin, so they won't be selling it. They're not traders, so there are huge chunks of the Bitcoin market that are not going to be sold. Traders will be selling, possibly. Miners, will miners be selling? Possibly, to recoup some of the expenses that they incurred over the past little while. But I don't think that we'll be seeing massive sell-offs until we hit 50K. There will be some sell-offs at 45K. Obviously, there's always some sell-offs along the way, but if Bitcoin ETFs get approved, people will expect Bitcoin to rally at least to 50K, and so I would say that that's what we're going to see. A sell the news event. Applicants for this Bitcoin ETFs have been in talks with the US Securities and Exchange Commission over time, hosting about 32 meetings this month to discuss changes and amendments to their filings. So they are hard at work at making this thing work. They're making sure that they're making this thing work. I think BlackRock has invested some money into it, so it's not a huge chunk. I think a couple of $1 million, I think, something like that I read. The crypto community believes the series of meetings is a sign that the ETFs would be approved between January 8th to 10th as expected, and analysts have given 90% odds of such an occurrence. Even BlackRock, one of the world's largest asset managers, buying for the ETFs, announced it would seed the product with 10 million on January 3rd. So that's 2 days from today, and I guess this news will be coming out as well in more details over the next couple of days, and I bet you we're going to see Bitcoin rally towards this news as well. Unless, of course, this news does not come out, and then we might see a little retracement or just teetering around. Bitcoin is expected to skyrocket to new yearly highs after the approval as investors' funds move into the ecosystem. However, CryptoQuant analysts argue the approval could be a sell the news event. Could be. They're just hoping to cash in on the news. They're hoping that people will start selling off a little bit now, and Bitcoin will dive slightly so they can pick up some more Bitcoin before the news. So don't be a schmuck. Don't buy into this. I shouldn't even be reading this crap. Bitcoin may plunge to 32K. No, it won't. It will not plunge to 32K. On the flip side, former Goldman Sachs manager shares his Bitcoin price prediction $1 million by 2025. Now, that doesn't disqualify or dismiss the information that I just read. That doesn't mean that the dip will not happen because of this. There's still almost 2 years time, or I guess at least a year, 2025, depending on when this would happen. Of course, at the end of 2024, we'll still see another pump towards Christmas, like we always do. There are always pumps towards Christmas, like we did this year. It kind of stabilizes over Christmas. People tend to sell their Bitcoin towards Christmas and collect cash so they can go out and buy presents. But anyway, this dude, Raul Paul, said in a recent statement that he predicts a significant increase in the value of Bitcoin. According to Paul, the cryptocurrency market is on the verge of a bull cycle that could last up to 4 years and will potentially see Bitcoin reach 1 million by 2025. Now this could be 4 years. That's a long prediction. The thing with markets is they stretch. This is Bitcoin USDT on a weekly projection on the chart here. Never mind this. This is my paper trading account that's open. I'm 169,000 in profit. If you would like to know how to start your paper trading account and get yourself 100,000K on TradingView, then I've made a video about that. Check it out somewhere. But that's what it is. I can't remove it because I would have to close the position. In any case, when you look at the weekly positions and how the crypto market or the Bitcoin market moved, the first pump in 2017, it was a quick pump and dump. See, a second one happened. Actually, I guess there's a bunch missing because it's not listed here. But the previous ones were also not as big. They were so small, actually, you can even see it. And then there was the rally up 2019 too, with the bottom here at 4,000 US dollars. In 2021, we saw the double top. And so if you can notice this, it took longer for this than it did for this. This was a much faster rally and then recession. And then 2020, the bull market lasted a little bit longer. So I guess the prediction is that, the more mature markets become, the longer it takes for them to rally and the longer they last. So the expectation is that the present bull market, it hasn't even reached its full potential, but I guess they're hoping that it's going to go over here somewhere and it's going to last a while. So we could see spikes and dips over the next 4 years. That's what he's saying. That's what he's suggesting. Whether that's going to come true or not, possibly. The more money gets in, and of course, when there is a smaller amount of money, it moves a lot faster. It's a lot easier to put in $500,000 into a market and take it out by a couple of people than it is, $3 trillion or even $10 trillion to be put in and then taken out by a larger proportion of the population. So markets begin to move much slower unless there are like cataclysmic events that create a horde mentality situation in which everybody withdraws their cash all at once, which probably creates chaos and just destruction. But so yeah, crypto market is as it always was. There is hope, and there is FOMO, or vice versa. But one of the most important things that we've got to look forward to is the Bitcoin halving, which is going to take place in 105 days. So don't forget that. Bitcoin halving is going to take place 5 days from today. Could be April 15th. April 15th, which is less than 100 days away from the ETF approval. So we've got the ETF approval coming up on January 10th. Well, provided that it does get approved, that they do get approved. And then Bitcoin halving. These are two major back-to-back events that will change the trajectory of the Bitcoin network and the Bitcoin price. So whatever FOMO you see, these are just announcements to, kind of cautionary tales, I guess. And of course, there's also a lot of interest in seeing Bitcoin dump a little bit more. So people with a lot of money, the whales, could scoop up a little bit more Bitcoin, take it away from you, and cash in on the FOMO that's going to come in when people start seeing Bitcoin prices rising to fascinating heights. Other things, what else is happening? So Canada exclusive. Coinbase conquers Canadian crypto market, sets sights on future growth. Coinbase has been making progress. There are speculations that Coinbase is colluding with BlackRock, that they're working together, but it looks to be like Coinbase is becoming once again the dominating cryptocurrency exchange in the North American region. So much so that now that Canada has booted every single other cryptocurrency exchange off its shores, Binance and KuCoin and everything else that was there, most of them are gone. Even the scammers are gone, and now Coinbase seems to be taking some foothold in Canada. Coinbase recently launched in Canada, prioritizing this expansion as part of its global strategy to increase economic freedom in the world. So that's another thing. This is another way of, America asserting its foothold once again. The USA as a country, as a nation, has been losing the economic battle over the past few years. It doesn't show, but they have been. The Eastern Bloc and the BRICS nations are uniting and they're building stuff. And with the SEC mucking about and trying to ban all crypto out of the USA, the States has been falling behind. And now it looks like they're trying to regain some of that control over Bitcoin and over cryptocurrency, by basically just muscling everybody out of their borders, and establishing Coinbase and the likes of BlackRock and the Bitcoin ETFs as their main guardians of the Bitcoin space. And it seems to be working for them. So with Coinbase taking over, I guess, if Coinbase is in Canada, it'll take over most of the Canadian cryptocurrency space. Whether there are other cryptocurrency exchanges in Canada is unclear. I don't know of any. Coinbase is the only one that I heard of. So if I were a Canadian just getting into cryptocurrencies, that's probably what I'd be looking at, Coinbase. Of course, there are a bunch of other exchanges that you can use outside of Canada, but the ones that are in Canada, it looks to be Coinbase, and it's the biggest one. So you had Binance before, now it's going to be Coinbase. And so people will be flocking to Coinbase, and it's an American exchange. So there you go. What else? Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin unveils 224 roadmap, and Vitalik is calling for Ethereum to go back to its cypherpunk times, I guess. It's trying to make things more decentralized again. Never mind the fact that they basically screwed a bunch of miners back in the day, the people who basically brought them from nowhere to being the first to the forefront, to being the second biggest cryptocurrency in the world. All the miners were basically screwed. They were told that the equipment that they purchased to mine Ethereum is now useless, and they switched over to proof of stake. So hooray for the scammy thing that they did here. But I guess Ethereum is not going anywhere. But now Vitalik is saying, he wants to maintain a simple and a resilient proof of stake consensus mechanism. The merge which transition Ethereum from energy-intensive proof of work to POS will be further solidified. Data sharding, enhanced scalability, addressing potential security vulnerabilities, streamlining user experiences, enhancing developer tools, and so on and so forth. Buterin calls for Ethereum to reclaim its cypherpunk roots. In addition to sustainability, Buterin also highlighted the need to rekindle the original cypherpunk vision of Ethereum, because Ethereum has lost that. They have become a very institutionalized cryptocurrency, obviously. I think most of it is being held by the Ethereum Foundation, which makes it a very centralized currency. So this vision, centered on decentralized applications, privacy protection, and peer-to-peer communication, has been somewhat overshadowed by the network's growing focus on DeFi and other financial applications. And they cannot become privacy protected again, because they're not a privacy coin. They're held by one institution that's backed by governments, and so, if they are not, then they will be soon. And there's nothing private about it. But I mean, all these things will be accessible to the governments, because that's part of falling in line with the SEC type regulations that are being implemented by the government. So, the privacy coins like Monero are the ones that are being booted off exchanges because they're just too private, right? So I read an article somewhere, somebody called Monero the gypsy of cryptocurrencies, because every exchange is booting Monero off its platform because, you know, governments want to be able to see everything that takes place, all transactions, and Monero does not allow for that. So exchanges are removing Monero in order to fall in line with the the government's expectations, so that they can remain approved and not have to shut down in countries like Canada. You know, Buterin is trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do. I guess he's building. They're in place, so there is no way that any other cryptocurrency is gonna beat Ethereum. There are no longer any Ethereum killers. There are Ethereum competitors like Solana, but and Cardano, I guess, but there is no Ethereum killers. I think that time's passed. And whatever Ethereum is, it's here to stay. And the final thing I wanted to mention, there's an interesting article, Bitcoin Systemi. 120 cryptocurrency projects died in 2023. This is just a cautionary tale to not put your money into shit projects, because, you know, dodgy things, you never know which way they'll go. And there is a bunch of them. Polka World, I don't even know. Tomb Chain, no idea. I think that kind of rings a bell, Tomb Chain. The Parallel. BONK DAO, Oin Finance, Wind Van Vane, Yeti Finance, Aqua, Digital Biomes, Dot Finance, Polka World, many exchanges, Capital. None of these. Library, oh, really? This was an interesting project. It was supposed to be meant to create a decentralized library on your computer. You would download it and you could post articles, and you could access articles on the internet, and I guess that never flew. And make crypto while you're using that. Well, that's too bad. Multi-chain, Prime Trust, Gen. So yeah, there's a lot. Eternity, Pizza, Hopex. Here's the thing with projects. The projects that have actually good ideas like Library, which was a good idea. This was basically, you would download a node onto your computer, which would allow you access to the library where people could upload articles, and you would have access to articles, and you could create your articles and then upload them as well. And kind of in a way, you know, people could go comment, and you would earn crypto through that. But the nodes were located on individual computers and it seemed like a very good idea. So there was no centralized hosting system. This was very decentralized, and it fell flat on its face because people don't care about these things. Projects that are offering something new, that are offering things that will help in everyday life, are of no interest to anybody at all just yet. Right now, the biggest thing in crypto is making money. Everybody in crypto is trying to make money. No matter what they tell you, people are here to make money. The tech is secondary. There's a lot of good tech, a lot of good projects that are being built with people's interest in mind. But the main thing that everybody wants is to make money in crypto. And so that's why you see things like BONK skyrocket, because people pile on, they ape into these projects with the hope of making money. That's why you see Dogecoin, that's why you see Shiba Inu skyrocket, because people hope to make money. They don't care that Dogecoin has nothing. They don't care. Most people don't care that BONK has nothing to offer, okay? People ape in simply for the purpose of making money. And so projects like Meowcoin will have a hard time fulfilling their full potential. It'll take a it'll take a long time. It'll be a slow progress. That's my view. It will happen, but you won't see pumps on, for example, Meowcoin like you do see on BONK, because people don't ape into coins like Meowcoin that actually offer help, that actually do something, because it's not hyped enough. Coins like BONK that were hyped, pumped, and then dumped on all the retail that jumped onto the boat of BONK. Now BONK is, let's see where BONK is. BONK is BONK. BONK price. It pumped massively. This was December 15th, and it's been on a decline ever since, and it will decline. It will continue to decline. Do not presume that this crypto somehow miraculously will recover. This is where they started hyping it. All the crypto influencers, you know, were getting in on here, and they were hyping it up, and then the retail began to jump in over here. Look at this. This was at a $2 million market cap, and then it slowly took on momentum, and it pumped itself out at $322 million in volume, trading volume, and then it's been on a decline ever since. BONK will not recover. There is no way I can see, you know, BONK recover anywhere because it has absolutely no purpose. It's got no value. Just like Shiba Inu, all these coins, they came and they left and they're done. The people that needed to make money, they already did. They pocketed all that stuff and then took that money and put it into Bitcoin, because that's where the next move is. All that BONK money that was stolen basically from retail investors is gone now, and it'll never come back to them. BONK will not recover, neither will Shiba Inu. So sorry to tell you, people. All right, I said I was gonna make it short. It's been like 30 minutes. I hope that it's gonna be a little bit less after editing. In any case, make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, and come back tomorrow for more videos, for more interesting info from the Crypto Market Updates channel. In the meantime, I hope you are enjoying your first day of the brand spanking new year. I will see you tomorrow. Crypto Father out.